Wow, that was an amazing fight. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. That in the 10 years I've been watching boxing, I've never seen a fight like that. Anthony Joshua defeats Vladimir Klitschko in the 11th round via stoppage when he'd already been knocked down in the 6th round himself, gassed out. I'm sure everyone thought that he was going to lose the fight at that point, and somehow manages to find a second wind and turns it around. I am My mouth is open right now. I can't believe that. But all I can do is congratulate him and wish him well. But God, that was a very entertaining fight. I'm sure the whole country was proud in the entertainment value it provided. This fight, I would say that the fight was definitely stopped too early. I feel that the ref jumped in just a bit too soon because Klitschko wasn't on the floor. He dropped on the floor twice prior, but he was not. He still seemed like he had his faculties going on, and he didn't seem like he was, gone at all. I feel that the ref stopped it way too early. That was just way too early. At least as boxing fans, you want to see blood. You want to see the guy actually not able to get up before the 10 count. You do not want to see the refs jumping in like that. And Klitschko was fighting back. He didn't have his hands low. He was having his hands up trying to protect himself as Joshua was firing. So I definitely think that was a premature stoppage, but it is what it is. And definitely, I believe there should be a rematch. After that, it could have gone either way. If I was to place a bet, I wouldn't be able to place a bet on a specific fighter at that point. Well, before. In the 10th round, I wouldn't be able to place a bet on who's going to win that fight because it was 50-50. But the one thing I'll say is I don't believe Anthony Joshua will remain unbeaten. I believe this fight he got away with it. He got away lucky because a lot of people are not going to view him as invincible anymore. He's not this invincible puncher who can't be hurt now. We've seen him hurt now. We know he's vulnerable. So this will be interesting going into the future fights because the public, not only the public, but his opponents are going to view him as vulnerable as well. They know he can be hurt, so I think that only fuel their fire in fighting him and believing they could win. I definitely don't think Anthony Joshua can beat Tyson Fury. That is 100% a no-go zone. Do not fight Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Do not fight Tyson Fury. And in some ways, don't fight Deontay Wilder. But I'll explain Tyson Fury first. Tyson Fury is a boxer. And he's a mover as well. Those two things, I think, are going to expose Anthony Joshua's game and it's going to make him look silly. Joshua has no footwork. He has great power, has no footwork, and is not the best boxer. And the way to the way to beat that is by having attributes like Tyson Fury has. And I really think he's going to struggle against Tyson Fury. With Deontay Wilder, I'll say he's got good power and he can box and he doesn't get tired. Those are three things. Deontay Wilder hasn't got all that muscle that Joshua has. So if I was him, I'd steer clear of those two fights. But then again, he could fight Joseph Parker, win that relatively easy. Fight David Haye, win that relatively easy. But definitely stay clear of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. I don't think that's a good fight for him. Alright, my prediction for the future of Anthony Joshua's career from this point onwards is that he's going to take an easy fight. Probably Joseph Parker, maybe a Shannon Briggs, just someone easy. Maybe even a David Haye because David Haye doesn't have the aura of invisibility like he did before the Tony Bellew fight. So I think he'll pick either one of those fights and he'll probably win. And then next, I think he'll go for a big fight like Deontay Wilder, which I think will be a huge mistake, or even Tyson Fury, which is a huge mistake as well. And I think he's going to lose. I definitely believe he's going to lose. Joshua did not exhibit, for me, the kind of boxing skills that a champion of that caliber should be exhibiting. He got tired very quickly. He wasn't keeping his hands up. He was open for the right hand. If you watch his left hand, it was always low on his face. It was lower than his chin. Klitschko caught him a couple of times with it. Didn't knock him out, but I believe that punch, well, one of the punches that Anthony Joshua got knocked down with was a right hand, which half his face was open for. So I believe Deontay Wilder would be looking at that, like licking his lips, hungry, ready to knock out Joshua with that right hand. Because his left hand was so low. So low. On top of that, he hasn't got the best boxing skill. He has no legs. His legs were not moving at all. And even, to be honest, for an old man, Klitschko has very good legs. He was moving way more than the younger man. So I don't believe Anthony Joshua will remain unbeaten for his career. Hell, definitely not. Hell no. He needs to get his boxing skill a lot better than that if he's going to be unbeaten. But I'll give him credit in the sense that he can KO you at any point in the fight. That's one thing he does have, is ridiculous punching power. So that's the one thing he does have, but I don't think that will get in boxing. You need other things. You can't just have great power. You need great footwork, great boxing ability. You need other things, great agility. You can't just have one thing, great stamina. You need all those things in order to be a successful boxer. I think maybe not a successful boxer in order to stay at the top, because you can be a successful boxer off of just straight power. That's what Anthony Joshua showed, but I think to stay on top you need a bit more than just power. And I hope this is my first video as well, so I hope you guys keep listening. Thank you.